Active English Pod, your daily dose of fluent English.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Active English Pod. I am Sarah. And I am Anna. Welcome back, guys. It is still raining outside, so we are going to stay inside, keep it cozy, and have another great conversation. I love rainy days for podcasting. Something about the rain just makes conversations feel deeper, you know? Totally. And today's topic is a really good one. We are talking about something that most people find, how do I say it? Terrifying? Yes, terrifying. We are talking about how to talk about your dreams and goals in English. And not just the vocabulary. We are going to talk about why so many people are afraid to share their goals and what happens when you finally say them out loud. Because honestly, talking about your dreams can feel really scary. What if people laugh? What if they think your dream is stupid? Or what if you say it out loud and then you do not achieve it? Then everyone knows you failed. Yeah, that fear is real. But today, we are going to talk about why sharing your goals is actually one of the most powerful things you can do. And we will teach you exactly how to do it in English. So grab your tea, get comfortable on the couch, and let's talk about dreams. Okay, Sarah, first things first. In English, we use two words a lot, dreams and goals. Are they the same thing? Great question. They are related, but they are not the same. A dream is something big and beautiful that you imagine for your future. It is like a picture in your mind of what you want your life to look like. Like, I dream of traveling the world, or I dream of speaking perfect English. Exactly. Dreams are big and often a little bit vague. You can feel them, but you cannot always see the exact steps to get there. And a goal? A goal is more specific. A goal has a plan. A goal has steps. A goal has a deadline. So your dream might be, I want to speak fluent English. But your goal would be, I will study English for 30 minutes every day for the next 6 months. Oh, so the dream is the destination and the goal is the GPS directions to get there? Yes, that is a brilliant analogy, Anna. The dream is where you want to go. The goal is how you get there. Look at me, making analogies. I am growing. You really are. But seriously, this is an important difference. A lot of people have dreams but no goals, and then they wonder why nothing changes. Yeah, it is like opening Google Maps, typing in Paris, but never pressing Start Navigation. You just stare at the map. Exactly. And that brings us to our next point. Why do people avoid setting goals? Okay, so this is the part where it gets personal. Anna, let me ask you honestly. Have you ever been afraid to tell someone about a goal you had? Oh, 100%. I remember when I first wanted to start this podcast, I did not tell anyone for months. Really? Why not? Because I was afraid they would say, "You? A podcast? Are you serious?" I was afraid of being judged. I totally understand that. I think a lot of our listeners feel the same way, especially about learning English. You tell someone, I am going to become fluent in English, and they look at you like, okay, sure. Yes, and that look, that one little look of doubt from someone, it can completely destroy your motivation. It can. But here is what I have learned. Those people, the ones who doubt you, they are not doubting you because your dream is bad. They are doubting you because your dream makes them uncomfortable. Oh, that is interesting. Say more about that. When you tell someone about your big dream, it forces them to think about their own life. And if they are not pursuing their own dreams, your ambition feels like a mirror. It reflects their own inaction back at them, and that is uncomfortable. Wow, Anna, that is really deep and really true. See, I have my moments, but seriously, the point is, do not let other people's insecurities stop you from pursuing your goals. And actually, research shows that sharing your goals with the right people, supportive people, actually makes you more likely to achieve them, because now you have accountability. Accountability. That is a great English word. It means having someone who checks on your progress and keeps you honest, like a study buddy or a supportive friend. So the key is not to share your goals with everyone. Share them with people who will cheer you on, not tear you down. Okay, now let's get into the English practice part. If you want to talk about your goals, what phrases can you use? Great. So there are several really useful phrases. The first one is, I am working on. This is a very natural phrase. For example, I am working on my English pronunciation. I am working on my confidence. Oh, I like that one. It sounds positive and active. Yes, it does not say, I am bad at this. It says, I am improving. That is a much better energy. What is another one? My goal is to. This one is very direct. My goal is to read one English book this year. Or my goal is to get a promotion by December. Simple, clear? I like it. What about something more casual? For casual conversations, you can say, I have been trying to. For example, I have been trying to wake up earlier. Or I have been trying to eat healthier. I have been trying to stop hitting the snooze button. Still working on that one from our last episode. Hey, that is progress. You are aware of it now. And there is one more phrase that I love. I am hoping to. This one is softer and more humble. I am hoping to visit Japan next year. Or I am hoping to become a better listener. That is nice. It does not sound aggressive or boastful. It sounds hopeful. Exactly. So we have, I am working on, my goal is to, I have been trying to, and I am hoping to. Those 4 phrases will cover almost any conversation about goals. You know, Sarah, there is something interesting that happens when you actually say your goal out loud. Not just think it, but say it with your mouth to another person. Yeah, what happens? It becomes more real. It stops being just an idea floating around in your head. When you hear yourself say, I am going to become a confident English speaker, something clicks inside you. Yes! It is like your brain shifts from maybe to doing. There is a psychological term for this. When you make a public commitment, even just telling one friend, your brain feels a sense of obligation to follow through. Really? So just saying it makes you more likely to do it? Well, there is a catch. It works best when you share your goal with someone who will follow up. Someone who will ask you next week, hey, how is that English study going? Oh no, that sounds terrifying, but also good. Like the pressure is what keeps you going? Exactly. It is good pressure. It is like having a gym buddy. You might skip the gym alone, but if your friend is waiting for you there, you show up because you do not want to let them down. And you do not want to let yourself down either. And here is the beautiful thing. The more you talk about your goals out loud, the more natural it feels. The fear gets smaller every time. The first time is the hardest. After that, it gets easier and easier. Okay, but Sarah, what if you set a goal and you fail? What if you tell everyone your goal and then you do not achieve it? That is a really important question, and I think this is where most people get stuck. They are so afraid of failure that they never set a goal in the first place. Right, because at least if you do not try, you cannot fail. But you know what? Not trying is failing. Staying still is falling behind. The only real failure is giving up completely. Okay, but what do you do when you fall short? Like, you wanted to study English every day for 6 months, but you only managed 4 months? Then you celebrate the 4 months. Anna, 4 months of daily study is incredible. That is not failure. That is a huge achievement. Really? Even though I did not reach the full 6 months? Yes, because goals are not pass or fail exams. Goals are directions. They tell you where to walk. Even if you do not arrive at the exact destination, you are so much further ahead than if you had never started walking. Okay, I really needed to hear that, because I am so hard on myself sometimes. Me too. I think we all are. But here is something I have learned. It is okay to change your goals. Goals are not permanent. Your life changes. Your priorities change. You change. So it is okay to say, this goal does not fit me anymore. I want to try something else. Absolutely. That is not quitting. That is growing. Quitting is when you stop because you are afraid. Changing direction is when you stop because you have learned something new about yourself. Oh, I love that distinction. Quitting is fear. Changing direction is growth. Exactly. Write that one down, guys. Okay, practical challenge time. What are we giving our listeners today? Okay, here is today's challenge. It is a little scary, but I promise it is worth it. I want you to tell one person about one goal you have. Just one person, just one goal. It can be a friend, a family member, a classmate, a colleague, or hey, you can even tell us. Write it in the comments. Use one of the phrases we learned today. I am working on, or my goal is to, and pay attention to how it feels. Pay attention to what happens inside you when you say those words out loud. And if the person you tell does not react the way you hoped, that is okay. Their reaction says more about them than it does about you. Find the people who light up when you share your dreams. Those are your people. Keep them close. Before we wrap up, I want to say something to everyone listening right now. Your dreams are valid. No matter how big or small, no matter how silly you think they are. If you dream of speaking English fluently, that is a beautiful goal. If you dream of changing careers, traveling the world, writing a book, starting a business, those are all real, valid, important dreams. And you do not need to have it all figured out today. You just need one small step, one goal, one tiny action. One conversation where you say, this is what I want. We want to hear from you guys. What is one dream or goal you have right now? Big or small, we want to know. Share it in the comments and let's cheer each other on. Thank you so much for joining us on this rainy evening. Keep dreaming, keep practicing your English, and we will see you next time on Active English Pod. Bye everyone. We love you guys. See you soon.